So I'll just go around the screen, and if you can just introduce yourself really briefly, just one line, say where you're from. So the first on my screen is Bethel Pentecostal Church.
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, my name is Fred. I'm a pastor of Bethel Pentecostal Church, also chair of the organization in Thameside and Oldham.
Right, and have you had the Household Support Fund before?
Yeah, I think we have one before, and we get this one, 1,250. We received last week, I think, last week. Yeah.
That's great. Thanks very much. Next, I've got Claire Crossfield.
Hi, I'm Claire from Madlow Youth Zone, and yeah, we've had the Household Support Fund before.
Great, thanks. Julie Dawes.
Hiya, Julie Dawes, Age UK Oldham. Yes, we've had the household support before, thank you.
Zakia from Uvanis.
Hi, Sharon, Gemma, and everybody else. Thank you for this. I'm Zakir from Uvanis Foundation based in Chadderton. We've had the Household Support Fund before.
That's great, thank you. Eunice. She's just away from her screen at the moment. I'll go. Oh, hi, Eunice. Can you hear me? We'll come back to Eunice. So I've got Opal next.
Hi, I'm Michelle Anderson. I'm from Opal, and this is our first time having the funding.
Oh,
well, so thank you.
So yeah, we've got lots of people here. As you can see, you've had it before. So this is intended. We'll go on to the purpose of the forum later, but you'll find lots of help and support, and you'll find the other people who've had it before are really helpful you as well. Hi, Eunice. Can you hear me now? Oh, she's gone again. Lauren, I've got next.
Hi, morning. I'm Lauren. So I work for Home Start Host in Oldham. We have had the fund before, but I think last time just on a much smaller scale. I've not managed it before either, so I've been tasked with managing it this time, so I won't be very helpful and we'll be asking lots of questions. Thank you.
Great, thanks. And I've got Alaya.
Hi, my name is Olumide Olaya. So I'm from the Apostolic Church, Manchester in Oldham. This is our first time of getting this, and so I've been tasked by the pastor and the presbytery to take up this management role. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm back. Can you see me?
Hi, Eunice. Hi, Eunice.
Hi there. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I wasn't sure if you could hear me or not. We're just doing a really quick round of introductions. So.
All right. Yeah, my name is Eunice from an organization called Unity School Support for African Families. We are based in Oldham, and yes, we've received the household fund previously. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks for your support.
That's okay. I've got Emoji Foundation next.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Clara from Umoja Foundation Trust. Yeah, I've received the house support before.
Right, thank you. And then last but not least, I've got Kim from Salvation Army.
Hi, I'm Kim from the Salvation Army in Fitton Hill, and we have received the household support grant before.
That's great. So we've
got on the table, the purple one.
We've got a few. It's all right. We've got a few new people, and we've got lots of people with lots of experience here. So this is what the forum's about. So what we're going to start off by doing is just go through some basic information, because this is the first forum. You all will have all received hopefully your first payments, and it's basically what next, and what's going to happen throughout the process. So can I hand you over to Gemma for that?
Yes, of course. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Gemma Dillon, Project Coordinator for Action Together. For a number of years, we've had several conversations over the last kind of 9 months since I've been at Action Together around the monitoring. So I'll be your main point of contact for your monthly monitoring. The monitoring requests are going to come out to you on a monthly basis, and the cycle is going to be from the 1st to the end of each month. So Candice or I will send you out a reminder just to make you aware that you need to get your returns to us on the template For those of you who have used the template previously, unfortunately, the format hasn't changed. We did look at trying to simplify the format. However, just because of the demands of the DWP and the council, we are sticking with the original format. I am always here to have Teams calls or telephone calls or just any email queries. Please send them across to me. We can have as many conversations as you need, and I can run through all of that monitoring terms with you. It is a really simple process, but it is really complex at the same time. So please don't be afraid to ask any questions. There's no silly questions. So yeah, if you are struggling, and I know obviously Lauren, you're new to this as well. Michelle, we've had some conversations. So Lauren, if you want me to set up a Teams call with you and anybody else who's new to this space, please link in with me after this session, and we can do a walkthrough on that. So following this session, what we'll do is we'll share with you a schedule of the monthly returns, so the date in which we'll be sending those requests out to you, and what is the deadline date. Now, it is really important that we stick to those deadline dates, because this is vital information that we need to submit to the DWP, and could affect future funding opportunities for us as well. So yeah, it is a bit of a messy process, but we are here to support you all the way with that.
Great, thank you. And then just moving on to sort of next payments, obviously what we do is you've had, in terms of this first payment, it was 25% of your overall award, but then we do look at the returns before we make next payments as well. And what we do say is keep us informed throughout the process, because we can review those payments. We really appreciate that things change as we go along, don't we, Gemma? So
yeah, absolutely. And just really important, just make sure that you do take out your admin costs as you're going along. Now, I know a couple of you are taking out of your second payments, and that's absolutely fine. If that's what you are deciding to do, please just let me know so we can make a note of that. But yeah, it is really important just to make sure that you subtract any of your admin costs as part of your kind of ongoing, monitoring and kind of collation of your data.
Right, and then also we were quite fortunate last year, because the money we got from the DWP was supplemented by money that we got from Oldham Council through their cost of living crisis support. We don't have that yet at the moment, and I'm not aware that we're going to receive that. So don't overspend is what we're saying, because we can't guarantee that we can pay any overspends. We don't have any additional funds this time. So when we come to the sort of best practice and top tips, we'll go how best to manage that. But just to say, the funding that you've been awarded is at the moment, that's it. So just don't treat it like any other grant. Just use what you've been given, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And then the final bit is just about how the offer is going to be publicised. I know Gemma and Candice, I've been working with you all just to go through what support you're actually going to be able to offer, because I know most of you were awarded less than you had applied for, just because of the sum of money and the number of people who'd applied. Gemma, do you want to go through how we're going to manage that offer of support and publicising it?
Yeah, of course. So Candice and I have been trying to reach out to all of you with regards to just confirming your offer of support. We just want to make sure that your current offer of support is still as per your application. We are aware, obviously, that a number of you did receive significantly less funding just through the sheer demand. So we've just been checking in with you just to make sure that that offer of support is valid and the reduction in funds hasn't affected the offer which you are able to support. If that's the case, absolutely, just let us know. Also equally important as well, as part of that validation check, we are just wanting to confirm referral pathways. What we don't want is for the person who submitted the application to have their contact details. We publicise that on Action Together's website and Oldham Council's website, and then yourselves as individuals are then kind of inundated with requests for support, if you like. So just please check your grant agreements, what you submitted to us, and if your referral pathway or any of your offers changed, or your, whoever it is you're able to support, please just let myself or Candice know. And then what we'll do is we will then be uploading these onto our website, which will be also shared with Oldham Council's website. So what we'll do is when you have run out of your funding, what we'll do is we'll remove you from our website. So what we'll do is we'll just make sure that the community development workers and anybody really who's supporting yourselves and some of the other local organisations, we're just going to make sure that the first point of contact for confirming those offers of support are kind of channeled through to our website. So we'll keep that up to date at all times, which is why it's equally important if you are running out of funding, please give us a call, an email, whatever, and we will get your offers of support removed. Like I say, it is going to be shared with Oldham Council as well. So if there are any changes to your offers, please can you send those to myself or Candice by lunchtime tomorrow, and then we'll be getting those across to get publicised.
Great, thanks Gemma. We've had a couple of people join us, so welcome to Hafisan from UKEF, and also welcome to Veronica as well. Hafisan, would you just like to quickly introduce yourself, say where you're from, and say whether you've had the Household Support Fund before?
Yes, it's Hafizan from UKEF. Sorry, I've got a really sore throat. I'm off with a chest infection, but I thought I'd join. Yes, we have had the Household Support Fund before, I think round 1 and 2, but we didn't apply for round 3. Partly due to sort of staff shortages, and my admin staff who normally administers the Household Support Fund was actually off on maternity leave. So she's back, so we're giving it another shot.
That's great. Well, the forum's here to support you, and the other groups here are really good at sharing their experiences, and so if you need any help, this is what the forum's about. Veronica, hi Veronica, would you like to just say where you're from and whether you've had the Household Support Fund before?
Yeah, I'm Veronica Femike. I'm from the Office of Fisheries Sanctuary, Chadderton, Oldham. So we've had the household support before.
That's great. That's great. Thanks for your help. So I think that's it, Gemma, in terms of processy bits, isn't it? Is there anything else? I think we've covered everything there. I just really wanted to go on to sort of best practice now. I think, you know, the last round was tricky for a number of reasons, just because of the overwhelming demand, you know, Gemma's already sort of mentioned that the forms for the returns are less than straightforward, and it's asking for lots of information, but that, as we say, that's a requirement from the DWP. So just in terms of best practice, what I want to quickly do is run through some top tips, but then if anybody else wants to share anything else, then, you know, please let us know. Just drop things in the chat, and then what we're hoping to do after this is after the session, when we're sending out the information, we can send out sort of a summary of the top tips and the best practice. But again, this is what the forum can be used for, but we'll come on to that a bit later. So the first top tip really is, and I touched on it earlier, is please don't overspend. It's easy to do when you're inundated with demand, but we don't have the luxury yet of any additional funding to support with this. So basically treat this like any other grant. What you've been awarded in your grant agreement is what you get. So please don't go over that amount, because we can't guarantee that we can pay any overspends at the moment. So the best way of doing that is getting to, and I know a lot of you have built up this practice now of really record your support and spending in detail and accurately as you go along. Don't wait till the end of the month to think, oh, I need to know how much I've spent now, because I think that's where some people have found out they've overspent without realizing, because, you know, the support's coming through through the doors all the time, and you're responding to supporting those people in crisis. However, it's really important you record your spending accurately as you go along, and record the support that's given, because then that makes the monthly monitoring a lot easier for you as well. There's various tools that I won't go into detail at the moment, because I think most of you will have come across them, but there are tools that you can use, and if you need any more details, please do get in touch with any of us about these. One of those is the OCAN referral system, and if anybody's not familiar with that, please let us know and we can drop you some information about that and get you involved in that. There's an e-voucher system that I know some of you have already used and have found quite useful. So rather than giving cash payments, there's an e-voucher system that you can sign up to. And again, we're happy to connect anyone that's not used that so far and is interested. with the person that can take you through how to do that and how to get signed up. They're really helpful, and they're always willing to spend time with people to go through that. There's also a money advice referral tool that some of you may have come across before. That's just to help you when you're with your signposting, when you're helping people. Obviously this fund is crisis support, but then you might find as part of the support you're giving anyway as an organisation that you're referring people to other tools that they can use. And then the main thing really is keep in touch with us throughout the process. Don't wait for us to contact you. So if you feel like your money's gone really quickly, or the nature of the support you're giving is changing, or you just need to ask us, please do get in touch, keep that conversation going. It's all about communication. We're not here to the monitoring is not here to trip you up at all. We've got to make those returns via Oldham Council. We absolutely have to. But we just want to try and understand, and if you need any more support, let us know. If you've spent your money up, let us know, because again, we don't want people being referred to you through the publicised sort of referral pathways when you're giving out all your support. Just let us know. So it's just keep giving that information to us, and if you get any questions, get in touch. It's just really important that we just keep the dialogue going throughout this. Again, tell us about any concerns you have, any issues. I know in the past there's been some issues around some of the information being given out by the Oldham Council's call centre being incorrect. So if you come across anything like that, please do let us know, because we can try and, I think that was because they've been using out of date information. So again, this is why it's really important we keep your details up to date of what you can offer. And if you get to the point where you've spent up all your funding you can't offer, we need to know so we can take that off, so you're not inundated with things all the time. But that's where the OCAN system can help. For those people who've used it, that can help with sort of managing referrals as well. So the other thing is to work together. I mean, for Household Support Fund 3, we had some really practical advice and support that was shared between the organisations that were dealing with Household Support Fund 4, and this is what the forum is. The forum's for you guys, and we'll come on to that in a bit, but make use of the forum, get peer support from other groups. We found the other groups are really, really helpful at sharing how they do things and sharing out their systems and how they've managed it as they've gone along. And just keep letting us know. Keep us up to date is the biggest thing. Just keep us up to date. Don't worry about getting in touch with us. I think that's about it in terms of practical tactics. Have you got any more to add in, Candice or Gemma, that I may have missed out on?
I think just for me, so the offers of support at the minute is being plated into an Excel spreadsheet. So like we did last time, we will circulate that just for kind of ease of access, so you're not trying to navigate through any websites, etc. If you do need to understand what broader offers of support are available. But also as well, don't be afraid to reach out directly to each other. So if you've got quite a complex case, somebody that needs some support with school uniforms or some white goods, and that's not something that you can help with, please do reach out directly to each other. Again, we can have conversations around complex cases as such at these particular spaces, but we do obviously encourage you to reach out if you have got a particular case where you do need to get some support from other organisations, or just basically if you're running out of funds as well. Yeah, please just reach out to each other and kind of, we're in this together, basically. So just reach out, and at any point, like I said, you can contact myself or Candice, and we're always here to help and support you or offer any guidance where you need it.
Thanks. Okay, did you have a question? I can't hear you at the moment. There you go.
Sorry, it's not a question, just a comment based on Michelle's message in the chat. We've been using e-vouchers for a while. So while it's really good, don't rely on it for your monitoring purposes, though, which would be my advice. So you can download data around how much you've spent on which person, but that's as far as it'll go. It's important you keep your own record of how much you're spending, what kind of households they are, if they have children, the basic criteria, like if they have children, if there's anybody over 65, if there's anybody with no recourse to public funds, those data you'll need to keep yourself, because e-vouchers won't be able to, you won't be able to get that data from e-vouchers. So it's
Thanks
just
for confirming that, Zaki, because it is really important, as well as kind of submitting what remaining funds you've got available. It is really important that we submit that breakdown to the DWP. That is kind of one of our monitoring requirements. So unfortunately, if you do submit information to us and it hasn't got all of the fields populated, we will unfortunately need to come back to you to get clarification on that. Our tally sheets, if you like, our records do need to match up. So we do need to encourage you at this point now, right from the very start, just to make sure that you are tracking that, whether it just being a basic spreadsheet or, you know, I know some of you use case management systems and things like that, but it is really important that we ask you now to track those households of who you support. And again, if any of you are really unsure around how to record that, please reach out to me. And we can do as many walkthroughs as you need on Teams, just to make sure that you're recording that accurately.
Thanks, that's really helpful. What we will do, as I say, we'll send out some notes after this with kind of capture all the information we've been discussing. So Hafisan's come up with a question in the chat: if data is going to DWP, is it going to impact universal credit? I don't know the answer to that. We can find out, but I don't know. I don't think DWP, the detail they get doesn't have any names, so it's not tied to individuals. It's just an overview of how the funding's been spent in terms of numbers of families and types of support.
Yeah, that's correct, Sharon. So we're not required by the DWP to submit any personal details. So therefore, it's not going to affect any claimants' benefits or anything. We just need numbers. We don't need contact details. We don't need addresses. We just need numbers.
Okay. So the next little section we want to go in is just tie in with some additional cost of living support that is available at the moment. There's a few things that the council are working on at the moment, because last year all of this was combined with a big cost of living support package that included things like additional grants that groups could apply for. Gemma, there are some engagement workshops coming up, aren't there?
There is, yeah. So as part of the kind of the legacy cost of living stuff, we'd like to encourage you in the next couple of months to take part in some collaborative discussions with council people and other stakeholders who have also been responding to the crisis as well. So as part of those conversations, we want to understand from you what's worked well from your experience in working in your organisation or working in your particular communities, based on obviously experience, what's worked well, what's not worked well, and also as well from your experience and what we know about the current climate now, what you think our priorities as a system should be for autumn and winter. We are in a very fortunate position where we can help to try and shape and influence the council with some of these priorities. So, you know, your experience and your knowledge and your background is kind of incremental to us doing so. So we haven't got any dates in as of yet, but we are expecting this to be in the next kind of month or two. So as soon as we've got those dates, we will get those communicated out to you. And like I say, actions together will be there, but we really would welcome some voices from the voluntary sector as well.
That's fine. Thanks, Gemma. And we've put together we don't really have the time to get into an in-depth conversation today. And I'm sure lots of you have got sort of views about this already, based on what you're seeing coming through to your various community centres and buildings, in terms of the types of support that you think might be needed going forward. So we've pulled together a really, really short questionnaire to start you thinking about it and start collating some information. So again, we can send that out after this, and because obviously there are other people who are here today who are also in receipt of that fund. So it's just to start the conversation, really, isn't it, Gemma, at the moment? And
yeah, I would say don't hold off in providing feedback until we've got these engagement events. If you've got some honest and open feedback, you know, they are going to be submitted anonymously, so don't worry about being kind of putting your real life experiences on there. So please don't wait until we've got the engagement event, because conversations are ongoing all the time. So if we do have an opportunity to feedback some of your experiences and your kind of thoughts and feelings on what autumn and winter priorities should be, you know, we'll try and incorporate those as quickly as we can in the relevant spaces and forums. So we'll get these sent out today. But like I say, if you could just kind of have a look at those, I think there's about 4 or 5 questions, isn't it, Sharon? It's not too comprehensive, but please do take the time to spend 5 or 10 minutes, get it back to us, and as soon as we've got these, then, you know, when we're in the right spaces, we can kind of slip some of this feedback in.
Okay, so Fred has said we've received many calls from the community around action together, recommending people to us. Fred, do you want to just give us a bit more information about that in terms of what's happened there?
Yeah, it's just people that was calling because my number is there in the website, and they keeping ask if I can support. They give the address, and need to get something I have to go to drop them. And I did 5 people, but our founders look like it's finished. This I need to know really action together, recommend them people to us.
Well, we put the information up on our website in terms of the support. This is why it's important that if your money has been used up, we need to know, so then we can take that information down. We need to keep that information up to date as much as possible. Previously, part of the problem is the information was on Oldham Council's website, and it takes them a lot longer to update their information than it does. So what we've decided to do this time is put the information on our website. All 3 of us can update any information on that immediately. And then Oldham Council will just link to that in terms of the types of support. So yeah, hopefully that's answered your question. Well, it's just about keeping the information about the support available. That is as up to date as possible. The other thing you can do, Fred, is obviously refer. If you do get any people contacting you, refer them to other groups within the forum, and you can see from what you'll be able to see from our website the support that other groups are offering as well. Hopefully that's answered your question, but we will keep looking at that. This is why it's crucial that we keep the information as up to date as possible. But hopefully by doing it ourselves, the turnaround should be a lot quicker in terms of updating information as well.
Can I just say that there's nothing yet on our website regarding groups that have been awarded, so I'm not too sure of who's referred you, the individuals from Action Together, because nothing is live yet on our website to say this is the referral of who you can go to what organisation.
This is why we want the deadline, isn't it, Candice, of getting your offers of support and referral pathways confirmed with you, because what we don't want to do, like in this instance, is somebody to get hold of a mobile number and then, like yourself, Fred, be inundated with calls for support. So yeah, it is really important, and we hope to get offers of support updated and published by the end of this week. But we have made a note, Fred, that because obviously you've exhausted your funds now of this first round, that we will, you know, kind of hold off from putting your offers of support out there. You may still get people coming to you from, you know, if they've got your contact details from the previous round, you know, but we'll also make sure that our community development workers are updated and understand where to find accurate information as well, so they're not sharing any information with people who aren't kind of offering that support at the moment.
I'll come to you in a minute, Claire. So Lauren, yeah, we've got some time at the end just for Q&A. We've got plenty of time. This is just the section we're recording, just for other people. So yeah, you can either put things in the chat now or feel free to sort of jump in. Claire, did you want to come in with something just there?
Yeah, I was just asking about the support and putting it on the website. Do you have a form or something that we need to fill out to enable us to do that?
No, not at all. So all I'm asking you to do, Claire, at this point is your original application for the funding. Please just check the contact details on there, along with any referral pathways which you included on your signed grant agreement. If there's anything that you've submitted to us where you don't want people to come directly to, then please let me know. Because like I said, I know some of the people who have submitted the grant application is different to those who are the point of contact from a service and operational perspective. So if there's anything that's you've submitted to us, whether it be on your signed grant agreement or anything like that, just please review it. And if it's any different, just pop me an email and we'll make the changes on your behalf.
Yeah, I've just got one more thing to cover, and then what we'll do, we'll hand over to you guys, and we can go through some more questions, and we'll try and capture as many of these questions as well. What I did want to just quickly mention to you, hopefully most of you should have received through one of our mailings details about the community organisations cost of living fund that the National Lottery are running at the moment. This is a really good fund that has just come out, because obviously with the DWP fund, with the Household Support Fund, you can only claim up to 15% of the total amount of the award towards your organisational and advice giving costs. We did get that increased. It was only 10% last year, but we did manage to get it increased up to 15%, but we still realise that a lot of you still need that additional capacity. So the National Lottery have just released the Community Organisations Cost of Living Fund, and this is to help organisations that are facing increased demand for critical services and also facing increased costs of delivering those services. So it's an additional way of sort of increasing your capacity, you know, in providing these kind of crisis support that you all are providing as part of what you do. We will include the link in the information we sent out, but hopefully you will have already received it through various mailings as well. So the deadline for applying for that is the 16th of October, but you can apply for retrospective costs going back to July, which is really good. And the funding, any funding that you do receive, has to be spent by the 31st of March 24. So in terms of, it's a really good fund for you to apply for, to try and get some additional capacity for the services you're providing. So I'd suggest anyone who's interested, have a look at that. And if anyone needs any support with that, with the application process, it's not one of our grants, it's a National Lottery one, but we can connect you with one of our development workers who can help you through the application process as well.